Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are officially in crunch time as we prepare for Christmas. Today I will be taking you guys along with me as I tackle my to-do list and check off as many things as I can. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned until the very end of this video because I'm going to take you to my mom's house and we are going to bake some delicious Christmas desserts. If you guys are ready for Christmas cleaning motivation, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. I first just want to wish you all a very early Merry Christmas. I know Christmas is probably going to look a lot different this year for most of us, but hopefully you're still able to make the best of it and make it as special and fun as possible. Marshall and I are going to be spending Christmas Eve at his parents' house, and then we're going to be waking up and going to my mom's for Christmas Day, where it'll just be the four of us. We are going to do the best we can given the current circumstances, but to get into all things cleaning, I'm just going to start out with a load of laundry. We have a ton to get through today, and in a minute, I'm going to be hopping on camera and creating my to-do list with you guys.
And then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace.
If you can't tell, it's Sunday and I'm exhausted, so that is the reason for these eye patches, but I wanted to come on here really quick because I wanted to share my to-do list process. I shared this summer, maybe early fall, I can't remember, but since then I've gotten a lot of questions on it, and a few of you have requested if I can share it again and just talk to the camera and explain it a little bit better, because in the video that I shared it was like a voiceover, and I can understand why some of you may be a little confused, but this is what's been working for me. I used to love to-do lists, and I kind of strayed away from them just because I would make a list and feel like I have to get every single thing checked off on that list, or I would think about it and it was very overwhelming, so I strayed away from doing to-do lists, but I wanted to get back into them just because my mind goes like a million miles a minute and there's always things I'm thinking that need to be done and whatnot. So I wanted to get back into making lists, and I had asked you guys in a video for some recommendations on what you guys do. You guys were super helpful. I started putting things together and trying different things, and I ended up finding something that I think works for me. So I wanted to share it, and since I shared it in a video, a few of you have reached out and asked if I could share it again in a little bit more detail. So I figured today is the perfect day just because it is the week of Christmas, so a lot to get done, especially like today. Today is Sunday. So between Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's like go, go, go. So I'm gonna create a list of everything that I wanna get done either today or this week, and I'll show you how I break down. So the first thing that I do is I just take a regular sheet of paper or a notepad, just anything that you have around the house. I like to fold mine in half, and then on the left side here, I'm gonna start a column that says brain dump, and I'm just gonna write every little thing that I'm thinking about that's on my mind that needs to be done, just so I can get my thoughts all in one place and I can look at them and then prioritize. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So this is what is on my list currently. I want to get the laundry done. As you guys saw, I already started a load. I need to wrap some more presents, unload the dishwasher, load it back up, get all the dishes done. I need to clean the bathroom, wipe everything down, wipe down the mirror, do the toilet, just basically maintenance and stuff. I want to wash our sheets. I think it is finally time to switch out our sheets to flannel. So if I have time today, I'm going to pull those off and then get our flannel sheets put on. I need to take out the trash and recycling. There's a few returns that I need to take place at Target. I want to vacuum the whole apartment. I also want to do like the hardwood floors. I want to straighten up the living room, like the couch pillows and all that. I need to figure out what we're gonna eat for this week, and then we have a game on Christmas Eve that we need to get a present for. So that's what I have right now, and what I do next is I typically count up everything that I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I divide that in half, so to make it easy, let's just do 6. and I'll write a list that says priority. So out of this list of 13, I'm gonna write a list of at least half of them and try to tackle them today. That way I'm not overwhelmed by this list and feel like I have to get everything done in one day, because you know, this is kind of unrealistic. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at this list and then write out what I really wanna get done today, and then the rest I'll put on a list that says get done later or still to tackle, something like that. So then throughout the week, I can tackle the rest along with anything else that comes up. Okay, so out of this long list of things, I picked out 6 things that I want to tackle today. So my priority list for today is going to be laundry. I want to get all of our laundry done, or as much as I can possibly get done. I also want to wrap the last few presents that we have. I pretty much got all my Christmas shopping done. I think in the last video I shared, I said all of it was done, and then I realized we forgot to get a present for Marshall's dog Bella, so we needed to do that, and then a few other like Santa gifts and just like last minute like details kind of thing. So we got all that taken care of. I just have to wrap everything now. I want to get the dishwashers. I want to get the dishwasher unloaded, loaded back up, and then tackle all of the dishes just so we have a fresh start to the week, and then take out the trash and recycling because it is overflowing. So that is what I'm going to tackle today. I try not to hold this like a strict list. So if I'm like going through this and maybe I get something else done, I'll cross that off. I by no means tackle every single thing in one day. I think the last time I shared this, I actually did end up tackling the whole list because I got a ton of motivation and I just powered through it all, but normally that does not happen and I just get through my priority list. So that is what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna go take these off because they've been on for about 20 minutes now, and it's time to take these off, and then we can get started on tackling the list. Hopefully that explanation of how I set up my to-do list made a little bit more sense. If you guys still have any questions, please just let me know down below in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you. But right now I'm actually stirring up the sausage dip that I made today. I shared this in a recent video, but no joke, Marshall and I have been making this almost every single Sunday because it's just so quick and easy, and it's also so delicious. Marshall loves watching football on Sundays, and it's also like the perfect little snack to have throughout the day. The first thing that I want to tackle from the priority list is the presents, because it's obviously the week of Christmas, and with how busy I know this week is going to be, I just want to get everything wrapped and ready to go. I was waiting for quite a few things to be delivered, and everything has been delivered except my sister's main Christmas gift. It says it's going to arrive on the 24th. And I am just hoping and praying with everything in me that it gets delivered before we head up north that afternoon. I'm thinking we'll take off about 3 p.m. and I am just crossing my fingers that it arrives before then. Also, throughout today's video, you will see Marshall pop in and out just to show off his Vikings jersey. I had no idea that he was doing this throughout my filming, and I realized it when I went to edit everything. Like I said earlier, it is Sunday and he is a huge Minnesota Vikings football fan, and apparently he just wanted you all to know that.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased, but this is my favorite holiday.
I know I asked you guys this in a recent video, but a lot of you said that you still had a lot of shopping to do and you still had to wrap all of your Christmas presents. And if that were me, I would be so stinking overwhelmed, especially if I waited until the last minute to wrap everything. It just takes so long, and although I love the look of like wrapping paper, it's just so much work. So I would love to know if that has changed since I last asked you guys. Let me know down below in the comments if you still have Christmas shopping to do, or if you have all of your wrapping done, or if you're still waiting until the last minute.
Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, da 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 da, oh, 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 da 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 da, making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with.
Wrapping all those presents took forever, and it wasn't even all of them. I think I had maybe like 5 or 6 left to do, and I did hear the washer stop, so I'm quickly just gonna switch out the loads of laundry and then head back to my to-do list to see what's up next.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.
We can officially cross wrapping the presents off our list because that is completely done, and the next biggest task is going to be the dishwasher and the dishes. So I'm going to power through and get both of those done. While I do that, I would love to know what the highlight of your 2020 was. I know it was a very tough year for pretty much everyone, myself included, but I would still love to shine some light on the positives that happened. I know we all have something that we are grateful for, and for me, of course, it was getting married to Marshall and also having a fresh start with this new apartment. It's been so fun making this space our own, and those are definitely highlights of my year. So please let me know what yours are down below in the comments.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Just a reminder to stay tuned because in a little bit I'm going to be sharing some of our family Christmas baking traditions. In my last video, I had mentioned everything that my grandma used to make for Christmas, and my mom and I kind of took over. And because it's just going to be the 4 of us this year, we aren't making everything that we normally do, but we are sharing our flatbread recipe and our Spritz cookie recipe. Both are super easy and delicious, and unless you're Scandinavian, you might not know what these are. So make sure to stay tuned and check them out.
Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I
turning yellow. The air is getting cold. My mind is feeling mellow.
We can now officially cross the dishes in the dishwasher from our list, and that means we are over halfway done. Up next is going to be the trash and recycling, and as I'm sure you guys saw, it is overflowing. It needs to be taken out immediately. I also like to do this whenever Marshall and I are going to be gone for like a period of time, or even just like the weekend, so that when we come back home, the first thing that we smell isn't the trash. I don't know if any of you guys do that. I would love to know. But there have been a few times that we forgot to take out the trash before we left, and it's definitely noticeable. So I really try to make sure we do this so that when we come home, our apartment is nice and clean and smells fresh.
I feel today can turn out wrong. No, holding on to the feeling of complete devotion. When I'm gone, I will leave behind my love for you, my dear. Hope and laughter closing in.
I will be honest with you guys, I had full intentions of letting the dishes air dry, but I kept looking at them, and then Marsh was still watching football, so I decided to just go ahead and get them all dried and put away. Once that is done, I promise I'm gonna plop on the couch and watch the rest of the football game with Marshall. I'm by no means a huge football fan, but I know Marshall really enjoys it, and I know he enjoys it when I sit and watch it with him. I am really excited to share these recipes with you all. Both are must-haves in our family, and I cannot imagine Christmas without them. The first up is flatbread, and as you guys saw, I did share a close-up of the recipe card, so if you do want to make this or try making it, you can either screenshot the clip or head to my description box where I will have both recipes listed. Right now, I'm just following the recipe card and combining all of the ingredients.
Tis the season to be young and free. Oh, hope and laughter closing in on me. Bring the joyful harmony. Tis the season to be young and free. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know? Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know? 365 chances of the year to try to make it right. You have to see it clear.
I'm not entirely sure who came up with this recipe, but I know when you Google flatbread, an actual like bread comes up. You might be familiar with that. And this is definitely not a bread. It's like a flat cookie, I guess you could say, or maybe like a cracker, but I guess it's not really a cracker. I don't know, maybe it's like a flat bread, just like the name. But once everything is mixed up nicely, you want the dough to be like a little bit sticky because you will be rolling it in flour. But the goal here is to get it as thin as possible. I just keep making sure my rolling pin and mat are covered with flour super well so that nothing sticks. And I'll know when it's thin enough when I can read the words through the dough. The mat that I have has like wording on it, so I roll it and roll it and roll it until I can read through it. The first year I tried to make this, I definitely didn't roll it thin enough, and you could tell the difference. So make sure if you do try this recipe, you roll it super thin.
jealousy, nothing we'll regret. But you don't have to believe in Santa Claus.
Once you have your dough completely rolled out, you can take like a little cutter, and we like to cut them into square-sized pieces, just something that's a little bit smaller. And when you pop them in the oven, you really need to watch them because they cook very quick. 1 second they could be fine, and 10 seconds later they are on the verge of burnt edges. So definitely be careful. Every year, I promise, we have a pan or two that are the trial run pieces because it's just not something you can pop in the oven and come back to. You really have to keep an eye on them. You'll know when the pieces are done because they'll start to turn like a very light golden brown color, and that's when you can pull them out of the oven and onto the rack to cool. Again, they are made with malto meal, and they are like a flat, crispy cookie or bread, I guess you could say, and we usually eat them with a little bit of butter, and they are so, so good. Up next is the classic Spritz cookie, and I'm sure most of you have heard this type of cookie before because it is very popular, especially this time of year. Just gonna add up all my ingredients, and in a minute you will see my special helper Winnie. She loves to pop in and out, but she loves to be wherever the action is, and I'm sure she was also hoping for a few crumbs to fall on the floor. But once we have all the ingredients and everything is combined, we can put the mixer on medium speed to incorporate everything. I also want to give my cameraman, Marshall, a really quick shout out. We were in a rush to get going on Friday because it's a pretty long drive up north, and in all of the chaos, I completely forgot to grab my camera and my equipment. We were too far on our way to turn around, and since a lot of you said you wanted to see how these Christmas cookies were made, I just had to work with what I had, and that just so happened to be my phone and my husband. Once all the batter is mixed up, we can go ahead and add it into our cookie press and start forming some of the festive cookies. And in my opinion, this takes some real talent because I do the same amount of pressure on each, and some of the cookies turn out great while others are either too plump or very sparse. So sometimes I will have to end up scraping the bad ones off and redoing them. I know some people like to add in like red or green food coloring just to make them a little bit more festive, but for some reason we always just make the classic version. And speaking of that, my grandma would actually form each cookie into the letter S, and I'm assuming she did the letter S for the word Spritz. But the gadget that she used is very old, and I haven't been able to get the hang of it yet. I might actually try this recipe again and just give it another go around using her little gadget, because I think that would be really special to be able to carry on that tradition. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up this Christmas prep video, and I hope you all got a ton of cleaning and baking motivation. I hope you are all able to tackle your to-do list and just get ready for Christmas. However you decide to celebrate this year, I just hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a happy holiday season. I cannot wait to see you all back here after Christmas for some serious undecorating and cleaning motivation. Bye!
He'll be knocking on my door. Treat the old and the young. I hear sleigh bells in the snow, holding on to a bunch of reindeer. He'll be making